Hello everyone, thank you for stopping by my channel today. My name is Daryl. It is a beautiful morning here in Southern Illinois. We have something going on today that's going to be a lot of fun for me, but in the end, but not a lot of fun at the beginning. So a long time ago, maybe, I don't know, quite a few videos ago, I showed you a tower that I want to put up, and I had it laying here in the yard. Well, it's getting near the time for me to get this thing up. So I need to put it together and get it ready for when the guy comes, my climber comes, and raises it up onto the base. So let me turn the camera around and show you where we're at. So a couple of months ago, I had the base poured professionally. This is a Trylon Titan T-500 tower. It's used. It's in pretty good shape, so I decided to buy it, and now it's been laying in my yard for, oh my gosh, it's getting close to a year. So we need to get this thing erected. So what the plan is to assemble the rest of the tower on the ground, and then I have a big bucket truck coming to raise the tower up and set it up here on this base, or actually it's the last of the 9 pieces that are going up. In the end, the tower itself will be 72 feet, and then I'll have a 10-foot, or actually it's a 20-foot mast. 10 foot of the mast is inside the tower, and then 10 above the tower to hold a couple of antennas. Those will be at the 82-foot mark. So pretty good, pretty decent self-supporter, and the base is looking really nice. So I'll walk you out here to where the rest of the tower is, and we'll talk about that. All right, I'm out here in the yard, and this is the rest of the tower. And I have been moving it around to try to keep the grass mowed under it so it don't look so bad and don't take it over. So these are the pieces that I have left to put together. So the big ones like this one here, I can't move that on my own. It's too heavy and too awkward. So I'm going to move that with the tractor. And you can see the tractors over here. The Sato Buck is going to help me move these tower sections over so I can assemble them. So there's a lot of pieces. There's 8 altogether that I have to put together. And then once I get them all together, I'm going to bring the pressure washer out and see if I can clean it up a little bit from them just sitting out here. And there's some old tape and stuff that the guy who owned the tower before me had put on here to probably hold coaxes, I assume. So I want to try to see if I can get that cleaned off. I thought about doing it one section at a time, but I think that's going to be too much of a pain. So I think I'll wait till I get it all together and then give it one good washing, and then we'll move on from there. So let me get the tractor going here, and we'll start moving these sections where they need to go. I just wanted to say a little bit more about this base here. This base was professionally installed per the manufacturing engineering specs. So it is roughly 8 yards of concrete, and it has a rebar cage in it, and it's looking real good. It's nice and plumb. So I was really pretty happy with the install here. So anyway, when I lay this out here, I'm going to lay it starting out here, and then I have already talked to the guy who's going to do this for me. Then it's going to be coming out this way. And I have trees that are in the way, so I got to do some tree trimming over here, because the truck is going to set around right here, and then he's going to pick the tower up and then move it and set it on top of this. So you can see I have this big pine tree that has some big branches, so I might have to cut some of those down, cut it back a little bit over here when he comes over with the big bucket truck. He said he would do a little tree trimming for me. I really hate to cut anything off of that, but if I do need it to be able to swing this tower over and lift it up, then that's what I'm going to have to do. So we'll see. But this tree over here I've been meaning to cut because it's real close to the barn. And so these two little trees here are going to go. This one here, I think I'm just going to cut some off of it and see if I can get away with that. But anyway, we got the Sato buck here. Actually it's a Sato Mitsubishi buck. Mitsubishi. And the reason why it's got two different names on it is because Mitsubishi bought out Sato. And so this tractor, I believe, had three different stickers that it would be on it. One would be the Sato when it first started making it. And then this sticker came about during the transition period where they were buying Sato. And then this tractor also came with just a Mitsubishi sticker on it. So that's some interesting trivia. But anyway, I rigged up this little thing here. I don't know what they call those things, little trailer hitch lifter doohickey. And I'm going to use this little chain here and just chain it around the end of the tower section. Just pull it over here to where it goes, and then they'll start building the tower out. So let me start this baby up, and we'll start moving some tower. Alright, so we'll give it a little gas, give it a little heat. Yeah, it's summertime. It'll probably start without the glow plugs, but I like to just give it a little help. I'll let you ride along with me. I'll stick it in second gear. One of those little balls that go on what do they call those things? A little dealie that goes on the steering wheel. I need to get myself one of those. So I'm going to drive over in this little spot here, and then we'll connect the chain up to this piece and drag it over to where it needs to go. Yeah, these slims are a little low. Oh, this Alright. So I'll be back when I get everything all hooked up. Alright. So I'm just going to do it here. They're not really that heavy, they're just kind of awkward. Alrighty, I got the first 4 sections lined up here in the order in which they go. So you can see they're pretty dirty. I will have to clean them. And I think I'm going to start laying it out here. And you can see that this is all the hardware that it takes for each section. So there's 12 bolts, 12 lock washers, and 12 nuts. And then this section here, each section slides inside the lower section, which we'll see how easy that is for me. It should hopefully be easy. But let's get my camera set up over here and we'll try to slide this first piece in. Alright, I got a little clean this off a little bit. I really wished I could have been able to put this up before it got to this point, but I did not. Let's see, what's the best way of doing this? I need to get myself a new pair of work boots because being out here in tennis shoes is probably not the best thing to be doing. Once I get enough of these sections together, I won't be able to move that as easy as I am now. Let's see. Oh boy. How can I do that? Well, let's try that again. Alrighty, I had to get a couple of persuaders in here to get this part here to start going where I wanted it to go. And I knew it was going to be hard because I'm on uneven ground, so I'm going to fight this thing along the way, I'm sure. So now, I couldn't get this in because the tower is a little bit like that. So I got my clamp out, and now I can just kind of slide it together, see? We'll slide it, adjust it, slide it some more until the bolt holes line up. I will have to, it looks like I will have to support this tower after I get it, get some of it together. I'll have to put something underneath it to try to support it. I don't want it just hanging out there. That might not be good for it. So it looks like I got these four top bolt holes lined up. Maybe. Still my hammer. Once I get it together, get everything snugged up, then I will go torque it to the engineering specs. I have those specs. So I will do that. And the top two pieces, the top two sections I'll have to take into the shop because I got a pair of those for the mast. Let's see what else is lining up. Let's see if we can go over here and do one. Couple maybe. Find my bolt I just dropped or whatever I just dropped. A little bit too far. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I've done that. Well, I went a little bit too far. Let's see if these line up. Yep, they do. Let's put them in. So that did help me anyway. Starting to get a little warm out here. I was hoping I was going to be able to do this yesterday. It was in the 70s here yesterday, but it's not working out like that for me today. So let's see if we can find a way to push these two apart. Come out. Thanks. Oh, where's this thing go? Here. Alright, let's put it into spreader mode. So that has to go here. See if we can spread these back apart with this. And maybe be able to get those lined up. There you go. See? We're all learning something. Then I gotta prop it up somehow to get these bottom ones in. That's gonna be a pain. I knew that was gonna happen, so I'll have to maybe get the tractor over here and lift this tower up when I get these other bolts in. Oops, did I put it? Oh, there you go. A lot of talking, not a lot of working. See if we can get these lined up. This might be harder. Let's see if I go off of that. I hesitate to use a hammer. I don't want to really do that. But, yeah. Well, let's go find another tool. Alrighty, let's see if I can get this in here with a hammer. But I don't have anything to line this hole up, which is not good. Well, that one goes in. Why won't this one? I have to pick it up. Let's see, what can I do? What can I do? Lift it up the other end. Just screw it into place. Now I don't want to tighten these all the way down because I might have to move the tower around to get the other holes lined up. I don't know. Why? Get a little dirty, here it goes. Don't give up. That's the words of advice from me. Don't give up. Alright. There's one. So we'll snug these up a little bit and then I will go on to the next piece. I got my trusty old jack out and jacked the tower up. and I was able to get my fingers under there, and using 2 different kinds of clamps, I was able to get the holes lined up and get all the bolts in. So I'll snug these up, and then I will start putting this piece on. My goal today is to get these 4 pieces together. And then tomorrow, I'll come out and get the next 2 pieces and put those on. And then the top 2 pieces are going into my shop. So I can do a little work on those. And so that'll be a shop day, I guess. Man, is it hot. Why couldn't I be doing this in the shade? I got all these trees everywhere. And it just so happens that where I'm working, I have to be in the sun. Oh my goodness. So anyway, I should get a big umbrella to hook on that thing, huh? And cover me. But it is hot. So let's turn the camera off here, and I'm gonna go have some lunch, and then I'll put these other 2 pieces together. All right. As you can see, I got everything all together. Well, I got everything but these 2 pieces here that I'm going to take into my shop. But everything's together. I ran into a couple of problems, missing hardware. So I got some hardware I got to come up with. I did not video this because it was pretty rough, man. The sun's out here. It was pretty rough, and trying to get these things lined up. But so far, I got everything together that I wanted to get together today. And like I said, these 2 pieces here, this one and this one, that's the next section that goes over here, and that's the top. So I got to work on this one here because I need to make sure that the holes line up for my rotor. And I gotta do that. And then this one over here needs a little help. And I gotta change out these 2 pieces of wood. And I don't know if I'm gonna use them or not. This one here I'll probably use. This one here I'll probably take off and just mount my thrust bearing right to that metal plate. So we'll bring those in the shop, and I won't have to die out here trying to do it. So that's the plan for now. But I'm pretty happy with what I got done. So it was rough wrestling these around by myself, especially on the uneven ground. And you can see I got it propped up on a block here. Try to keep some weight off of it. But I'll fix it up a little bit better tomorrow and make sure everything's, you know, running true and all that. And then I'll come back and torque down all these bolts to the proper spec. But that's where we're at now. All right, what do you think of that? It was rough. I'm telling you, I'm getting too old to move that kind of stuff around by myself. And it was rough. Luckily, I had the clamps and the tractor. Man, if I had a bucket on that tractor, it would help me out so much. Like if I had forks. I have another tractor that's the step down from that one that does have a bucket, but these are not big tractors. And, you know, there was some, on one of the other videos, I have some videos on that tractor, and there were some comments about putting a bucket on the tractor, and I thought about it, and I've also thought about just, you know, getting rid of these tractors and, you know, buying something with a bucket. So we'll see what happens. I want something with air conditioning. Getting too hot for this heat, but we'll see where I end up with that. I don't know if it'll happen or not. But anyway, the next time you'll see me, we'll have these 2 pieces of tower in the shop, and we will fit the rotor and the thrust bearing. And then we can add these 2 to the mix here, and then I can call up my climber and tell them that I'm ready to go. So there you go. Thank you for being here today. If you like this kind of content, please like and subscribe. Hit the bell notification. I know. And thank you for being here. I appreciate it.